What's up, everybody? It's Keith Keys from KeithKeys.com, and on today, I will be reviewing the Cali Audio LP-8 studio monitors. What's up, everybody? It's Keith Keys, and I am reviewing the Cali Audio LP-8 studio monitors from Cali Audio. Now, when I used to watch product reviews of people who were very opinionated about certain products, I couldn't understand why they were so opinionated, but I get it now. When I was in search of my next pair of studio monitors, the only real question I had was, are these for me or not? So on today, I'm going to go over the specs of these studio monitors, and I am going to be opinionated to help that one person out there who's wondering, are these studio monitors for me or not? So the LP-8 is an 8-inch studio monitor from Cali Audio, and Cali Audio is from California. And these studio monitors are priced just around $249. They also have a 6-inch version that's priced at $149. Now the term LP stands for Project Low Pine. Cali Audio names all of their product lines after specific towns in California. Bet you didn't know that. So the studio monitor has a 1-inch tweeter and an 8-inch woofer. It also has a bass port on the front that is wide, and the design of the bass port is designed to give a smooth bass sound that is tight. And this is good if you want to put the monitors right up against the wall because the bass port's in the front. Frequency response of the monitor is 37 Hz up to 25 kHz, and the frequency range is 45 Hz to 21 kHz. Now on the back of the monitor, first you see a diagram of different placements of the studio monitor. These diagrams refer to these dip switches below it. According to which spot you want to put the studio monitor, they have suggested certain dip presets that give you the best frequency response for that situation. When I first got the monitors, it took me a little bit to find out which dip preset worked best for me. I do have the studio desk, so at first I had the dip switches on like the fourth diagram, which had the studio monitor on top of a console type of desk, but I had to make some adjustments since I had it right against the wall as well. So the studio monitors have an RCA input, a 1/4-inch TRS input, an XLR input, a volume knob, an AC cable port, and a power switch on the back. Now, before I give my opinion, I think that context is really important. So if you know where I have come from studio monitor wise and the reasons to why I picked these studio monitors, then I think that will actually help you out better in making the judgment for your next pair of studio monitors and to determine if these are for you or not. I worked with many different types of studio monitors in the past, and this was a great buy for music production as well as mixing for me. I first had the first generation KRK Rocket 8s. I had the Mackie MR8 Mark IIs. I had the JBL LSR 305s and the Avitone Mix Cube. I think that's it. So out of all the monitors that I've had that I just named, these studio monitors are better than all of them, maybe except for the Avitone Mix Cube regarding the mid-range. Yeah, but other than that, these are definitely better than all of them. Low end on these are amazing. And if you ever watch any other reviews other than this one, you will see that this is kind of understood across the board. The bass port is on the front of the monitors, and this design is very good. No matter how loud you turn up these studio monitors, they don't become overbearing. It doesn't get distorted, and the low end always sounds good, and you never are in a situation to where you feel like the bass is doing like too much. This is where the KRK Rocket 8s did poorly. I just felt like no matter what you did, the bass was always in your face, and the bass was never like truly accurate to what you were actually doing. Best part of these studio monitors for me is the stereo image. The stereo image. When you master on these monitors or do anything where you are really playing with the manipulation of the stereo image, you hear everything. And when I say everything, you hear everything. When I'm watching a show on Netflix or a movie on Netflix or something, and there's a noise in the background of them or in the back of me, sometimes I find myself turning around thinking that that noise I just heard is behind me. Now, that's pretty crazy. I've even had some friends come over to listen to some music or work on music with me, and we're tracking and we're working on stuff, and literally almost all of them have mentioned at some point the stereo image and how they can easily pinpoint in the mix where something actually is located. Now, I do a lot of music production in the urban world and a lot of hip hop, a lot of trap, a lot of R&B. The 8-inch woofer plays a major part of that. I mix more than I produce nowadays, and these monitors are even very good for mixing. Now, at the price range that you are going to purchase these at, you will be very surprised on how good these monitors are and how they sound in the low range and even in the high range, but a lot in the low range. Now, they are good in the mid range as well, but just like any other studio monitor at this price point that has 2 drivers, the mid-range kind of is the area where it gets a little funky. So that's why I have the Avatone Mix Cube to make up for that mid-range information. Now, there aren't too many downsides I could talk about these studio monitors, maybe because the power switch is in the back. But now that I think about it, every other studio monitor I ever had a power switch in the back. I will say that when I first got these studio monitors, I had to get used to them. I was so used to like the KRK Rocket 8s and the Mackie MR8s, Mark IIs, that I was pushing the bass significantly louder on here because the bass was so much present on those monitors more. Not saying that it was right, but because I was so used to being having the bass so much in my face, I would find myself pushing it, and you really do not need to do that. So if you are shopping for an 8-inch studio monitor in the price range of $250 for a studio monitor, $500 for the both of them, these serve great for your main monitoring speakers. If you just want to use them for secondary monitoring speakers, they do a great job with that as well. And they do an excellent job in presenting a smooth, tight bass no matter at which volume that you're listening to. Like I said, these studio monitors are a great pair of speakers for anyone who wants to upgrade from an entry-level monitoring setup, or anyone who's using like a 5-inch monitor but they want to upgrade to an 8-inch. Like I said, even if this is your second pair of studio monitors, it's a great buy. You will not be disappointed with it. So I think these studio monitors sound amazing. I think they're awesome. I swear by them. To this date, they're the best studio monitors that I had to daily drive. Now, if you're in a small room, the 8-inch may be a little much for you. The bass does carry. You can hear everything clearly, but the 6-inch responses fast as well and sounds excellent as well. So if you're in a small room, you don't have to marry the 8-inch. You can go with the 6-inch ones. But if you are dealing with a lot of sub bass, 808, trap, hip hop type heavy intense music, then you might want to consider getting either a sub maybe with your 6 inches, or just get the 8 inches. So if you're in a small room, go with the 6, or if you do a lot of low end stuff, maybe you should just go with the 8. But if you're like me and you mess with that 808 a lot, you gotta go with the 8. Get it? 8. Oh, all right. So I love these studio monitors, especially for the price that they are. They did not break the bank whatsoever, and for the price that you pay, you will be pleasantly surprised with the results that you do get for them. So if you have these studio monitors, please jump in the comments below, leave your opinion on them. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear if someone has actually a negative reaction to using these studio monitors on a basis. So if you do have that, leave that in the description below. If you're comparing these to any other studio monitors in this price range, let me know what other studio monitors you're comparing, or let me know what other studio monitors that you are looking at. In the last product review I actually did, a lot of people actually reached out to me personally, really asking me more about the products that I use and some of the things that I use and why did I actually buy that particular product. So if you are one of those people, feel free to reach out to me. I'm all here to talk. Let's talk about it. So I hope I was able to give you a clear perspective on the Kali Audio LP-8s. And this is from someone who uses them every day and daily drives them every single day. Hey, so thank you so much for your time. Please, if you could, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. and I will see you in the next video. Peace.